Good morning. Lovely to be on this morning for day 4 of your 5-day challenge. And I'm coming from a wet and windy North Galway this morning. It's cold out there, so very, very lucky to be indoors in a warm, nice environment. So day 4, what I want you to do is now you've written out your inner critic statements, you've turned them to empowerment statements, you have them written down, and what I would like you to do today is you've said them to yourself in the mirror yesterday, and today now what I want you to do, I have 2 steps. Step 1 is this is where the mirror is coming into play. So I want you to have your empowerment statements near a mirror in your home or somewhere that's private that you can look at yourself in the mirror and repeat your statements. Now, you did this last night, but this is also your next step to setting the timer on your phone when you know you're going to be at home. So say, for example, you have time in the morning or in the evening when if you're back from work or before you go to work, if you work, I don't know. What I want you to do is I want you to set the timer for just a reminder that you need to do your statements. Now, when I say have time, some people might say, oh, I don't have time, but remember the questions that you answered. Are you worth 2 minutes of your own time? 2 minutes of your own time for yourself? And if you say no, then you really need to change this and you need to make it a priority that you can give yourself. You can even say these statements in 1 minute. If they're short, keep them short and keep them simple. So set your phone timer, maybe in the evening at 7 o'clock, if that's a good time for you, or 7:30 or 8, and go to your mirror and say the statements, the 5 or 6 statements, okay? Keep it private because it's between yourself and yourself. It's just for you. Now, step 2 is I want you to pick one of these statements, probably the most important one. And I want you to, when you have some time alone, maybe in your car or when you're in the shower, I want you to repeat this statement out loud to yourself as many times as you can throughout the day. The more, the better. But if you can do this for about 5 minutes a day, it is super, super powerful. So say if you know you're going to be in the car for 5 minutes or even 2 minutes at some point during the day on your own. If this is a consistent time, repeat this one top statement out loud. Just keep it really simple, okay? And also keep it really simple with the mirror exercise. And if you miss a day, it's fine, or miss a few days, it doesn't matter. What I recommend you do is you try this practice for 30 days and even maybe try it from now until the end of December. The more you say these statements, the more they're becoming the embedded belief system in your subconscious mind. So actually, some of the quickest ways to move forward with how you feel about yourself and your life and to change your inner world to reflect your outer world is through meditation and through auto-suggestion, which is what you're doing, also called affirmation. These are the quickest ways to move forward with transformation, any sort of transformation. And in saying that, when I say quickest, it still means we need to be patient, because instant gratification is something that we want, but unfortunately it doesn't happen overnight. That's not reality. Although even when you say it or when you write it down, it is starting to happen out there in the ethers, in the universe. It's starting to happen, but it's not coming to you, and it hasn't manifested until we allow it to let it in. Okay, so remember that one statement, timer on your mobile phone to a time when you know you're going to be at home. You go and look at yourself in the mirror and say your top 5 to 6 statements. And second tip is pick one of them and repeat this statement and keep repeating it over and over for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks until you want to move on to the next one. Now, just quickly before we wrap it up, I don't want to stay too long for you guys. If you're still unsure about picking your inner critic statements, think about the top stressors in your life and why they stress you out. Okay, so if it's something to do with maybe I think I'm not capable of doing this, then I want you to reword that into an empowerment statement. Or I don't trust the process, I don't believe this, I don't believe this is happening to me, or I can't trust this, change that into an empowerment statement. So guys, I'm going to let you go with that. Let me know how you're getting on. And I'm going to send you the PDF download for day 4 with some instructions. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Please God.